This is your weekly dose of
Bitcoin!
Look, we all know the world is in a pretty chaotic state right now, but don't worry, because the World Economic Forum have just had their annual meeting in Davos 2022, and they've got a plan.
Let's also be clear. The future is not just happening. The future is built by us, by a powerful community as you here in this room.
Oh,
That is correct.
We have the means to improve the states of the world. But two conditions are necessary. The first one,
You'll own nothing. And you'll be happy.
and second,
Eat bugs, you plebs.
So Christine Lagarde is back? And no, not from jail. She skipped prison, collected €200, and went straight to being president of the European Central Bank.
Most impressive.
But look, this is old news right here. And honestly, it's nice to see that people are not being judged for their past actions because, you know, we all make mistakes, right? I think we can all sleep well knowing that if me or you were accused of allowing the misuse of public funds in an organisation like the IMF, we could potentially still go on to go and be head of a central bank. Anyway, here's what Christine had to say.
We are not in a panic mode.
Oh, there it is.
Panic mode.
That's right, the ECB is definitely not in panic mode, and Christine Lagarde, she's having no trouble sleeping at night. I mean, why would she?
There is this graph about the balance sheet of the European Central Bank and the money that is on there now. And here it is. What I would like to show our viewers and ask the question about is, this is going over 8 trillion euros now. Mm-hmm. And isn't what you just told us about the cryptocurrencies, don't we see a gigantic bubble here on your balance sheet with the euro? And isn't this graph very nerve-wracking?
I don't regret any of that move that we took.
Had to do it. It was the COVID crisis. You say that's
yes.
what we needed to do. But how do you get it?
It will
back?
come. It will come. In due course. Yeah.
How?
In due course, it will come.
Yeah?
No,
but do you
because
sleep at night when you see this?
Of course I have to sleep at night.
Jail. Right away.
Christine seems to be under the illusion that the digital euro is going to be a safer store of value over time than something like Bitcoin.
I don't think you have the facilities for that, big man.
It looks like Christies Son doesn't even have full trust in the head of the ECB, as she admits he apparently dabbles in crypto. Let's just hope he's mostly into Bitcoin.
I actually have a son who invested in cryptos, yes. So I follow very carefully.
And what have you taken away from that?
That I would not put my finger in there.
And he didn't listen to your advice?
No.
No.
He's a free man.
So Ray Dalio is actually back in the news talking about Bitcoin and asking some interesting questions about what the future of money is going to look like. If you're not familiar with him, he's an American billionaire investor and hedge fund manager of Bridgewater Associates.
But let's call it a digital gold.
Right.
I think a digital gold, which would be a Bitcoin type of thing, is something that probably, in the interest of diversification of finding an alternative to gold, has a little spot relative to gold and then relative to other assets. But I think that we're in an environment that we're now going to ask, what is the new money? Okay, so meaning fiat currencies. And when we look at currencies, you hold currencies in the form of a debt.
Right.
And so when I say cash is trash, what I mean is that all currencies, in relationship to the euro, in relationship to the yen, all of those currencies, like in the 1930s,
right,
will be currencies that will go down in relationships to goods and services. And we are in an environment where we're going to be looking at what are those assets? What is the type of money that you could move between countries that's a medium of exchange and a storehold of wealth? And that's what I'm talking about. And I'm saying that Bitcoin has made a tremendous achievement over the last 11 years of being able to. It's a tiny percentage of my portfolio.
He's beginning to believe.
The Central African Republic is taking a closer look at Bitcoin, and they're planning on launching a Bitcoin investment hub. The country continues to dive deeper despite the prior warnings from the International Monetary Fund. This is a quote from the country's president. "The formal economy is no longer an option. An impenetrable bureaucracy is keeping us stuck in systems that do not give us a chance to be competitive."
If someone controls your money, they control you.
That's all for this week, folks. If you want to stay up to date with the latest in Bitcoin, the content, memes, news, all that good stuff, sign up for our daily GM Bitcoin newsletter. You can do so through Twitter, or I'll put a link in the description, and you can get Bitcoin news and content to your inbox every weekday. Enjoy.
Look at my phone selfie. I'm just like, dude, like, oh my god, like, can we talk about like the political and economic state of the world right now?
Bitcoin's a bit easier.